Hey, what's going on, everybody? I've got a 50K trail race this weekend, and the weather conditions are looking very unfavorable. It's supposed to be heavy rains, cold temperatures, and potentially whiteout fog at the higher elevations of the race. So I just wanted to go over everything on the table here about what I'm packing for the race, and maybe that'll help you if you have a trail race in similar nasty conditions. So first, just clothing wise, so I've got a bunch of layers because the race goes from about 5,500 feet at the high point that all the way down to 2,000 or 2,500 feet. So there can be significant changes in the weather at those different elevations. So I just have a bunch of layers so I can potentially put something on or take something off if I get too hot or too cold, or if I get wet and want to change into something dry. So I've got a long sleeve tech shirt and a t-shirt, a pair of compression shorts that have some zipper pockets on there, help me carry some extra nutrition if needed, um, a pair of lightweight running pants, which I really don't like pants, so hopefully I don't have to wear those. I've got a lightweight rain jacket in case it's going to be pouring rain on us all morning, but hopefully I don't have to wear that either. As far as headgear, I've got a couple different buffs I can wear. I've got a hat to wear to keep the rain out of my face. I brought some arm sleeves and some gloves, and I will probably end up packing a pair of socks, but I most likely won't change into them because if it's raining on us, what's the point of putting on dry socks if they're just going to get wet again, in a matter of minutes? Seems like kind of a waste of time and effort to me. Shoes, I've got my Saucony Peregrine 12s. I haven't really worn those too much lately, but I wore them for a couple races last year, and they worked really well for me. They've got really great grip, so the trails are muddy and slippery and wet rocks throughout the race. I'm not worried about falling or slipping with those. As far as electronics, obviously I'll be bringing the GoPro and the selfie stick, backup battery. I've got a charging cord. I have two external battery packs. I may not bring both of those because of weight. I've obviously got a phone, charging cord, and my iPhone. And I have my Garmin 935, which I have the GPX of the race course loaded in there so I can run the course navigation while I'm doing the race. So in case, in the whiteout fog, when there's no trees or hard to see course markings or trail markings, I can, help use my watch to help make sure that I'm still on track. As far as gear, I've got my UltraSpire Alpha 4.0 race vest, which has all kinds of pockets and little loops and things I can put stuff on. I've got these loops on the back. I can stash my hiking poles there if I decide to even bring them and I get annoyed and don't want to use them. I've got the UltraSpire 500 milliliter soft flask. I have two of those, which I'll kind of top off at the aid stations with water or whatever electrolyte drink they have. Got my Black Diamond Carbon Z distance hiking poles. Those are super lightweight, and if I had to bring them just in case I need them, they're not really going to weigh me down at all. I've also got potentially a rain poncho, a collapsible cup, so if I roll into an aid station and I want to get some Coke or something, I can just grab this and not have to worry about making extra trash. Some sunglasses, probably won't need those. A headlamp, I doubt I'll need this because the race starts at 7:30, and I think I'm guessing it might take me 7 hours, so I'll be done by like 3 o'clock, so I doubt I'll need this. This is more of a in case of emergency. Same thing, a whistle, just in case I get lost or injured, and worst case scenario, someone has to come out and find me. I can have the whistle and be able to blow the whistle instead of yelling and destroying my voice. Toilet paper, obvious reasons. I always pack an extra bag in there to pack out the trash. Again, hope I don't have to use that. This is Gold Bond friction defense. It's gonna rain, clothes are gonna get wet. You don't want to chafe, so you know, not much else needed there. I have an old space blanket for staying warm. As far as nutrition, I don't really bring a whole lot to a race like this. I've got some potato chips, a couple goos, a couple candy bars, a pack of muffins, and then my electrolyte drink of choice is Goo Roctane. So I'll get a couple servings of this mixed up in my soft flasks. And then beyond that, I'll kind of rely on what's at the aid stations. I've done a bunch of run bum races before, and he always has really well stocked aid stations, a lot of variety. And I think those are about every 6 or 7 miles, so won't be too far in between. You know, I'll roll in, top off my liquids, eat a few things of food, and then grab a few things for the trail. So I think that's about it. I may think of a few more things in the next 2 days. I always try to get my stuff together a few days before the race so that I, you know, as I think of things, other things that I need, I can just add it to my pile here and then pack it all up the day before. So the plan is to drive over there Friday afternoon. After I'm done with work, I'm going to car camp at a campground that's about 20 minutes away from the race. So that'll make it easy to get up and get over there early Saturday morning for the 7:30 start. Hopefully I can get over there a little bit early, maybe catch some of the start of the 50-mile race that's, I think, 6:30. And maybe see the sunrise while I wait around to get started. Kind of depends on what the weather's going to be like. Other than that, really looking forward to this. I always say there's no such thing as bad weather. There's only bad gear choices. So hopefully what I have here is enough to get me through a 50K. Obviously, if I was doing a much longer race, I'd probably have, you know, more options than what I have here. I'd probably prepare some drop bags for the aid stations. But if I'm only going to be out there, you know, 6, 7, 8 hours, I think what I have is sufficient to get me through that. So wish me luck on the race, and be on the lookout for my race video coming out hopefully sometime next week. And hopefully you're enjoying your running, and we'll talk to you soon. See ya. I just checked the weather forecast again, and I guess it's changed in the last day. So now it's saying partly sunny with mid 40s for the start, warming up to the upper 50s. So maybe I did all this for nothing, but hopefully it helps you think about things to prepare for your race, and it never hurts to be prepared. And I'm still going to bring everything just in case the forecast changes again by race day. But yeah, what are you going to do?